All right, it's the Morning Brew. It's Friday, everybody. Look, how about a little love for Friday here? There we go. There. All right. There you go. I knew you felt that. Listen, boy, straighten up and be official here. The county clerk is here at the table. Wow. Maggie Toulouse Oliver is here. She is the county clerk for Bernalillo County. Been in that office since January 2007.
That's true.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you guys?
Doing fantastic, thank you.
Great.
Well, everybody thinks you just sit around and wait for elections to happen, right?
Oh my gosh, I sort of wish that were true.
Yeah, right.
but-
You have
but
other
no.
stuff. But you're here about elections. We have a primary election coming up June 3rd.
That's correct, right around the corner.
This is news to a lot of people.
I know it is. So I'm glad we're talking about it today.
Okay. So, you're ready?
Yeah,
Kinda.
we are ready. We've actually, voting's been underway since May 6th at our
Really? Wow.
clerk's office annex, and absentee ballots went out that day. So the election is underway.
All right. So the fabulous, famous early voting starts tomorrow.
That's right. That's right.
All right. I like doing that.
A lot of people do. It's great.
It's easy. You walk in, it takes you 5 minutes. You walk out. There's always volunteers happy to help you, and
You get an I voted sticker.
exactly.
Oh my gosh.
And you can wear that with pride for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
You always manage to find the friendliest people to staff these places.
I know. I don't know what magic my staff wields, but really the most amazing, kind, generous people work at the polling locations, and they really want to help you, and they really want to help facilitate that.
And they really
voting
believe in
process.
this process.
They do. They do. They do.
It's like they just feel grateful that you even show up. You know? It's like, here I am. Thank you so much.
So how many
Yeah.
early voting sites do you have this time around?
Well, we have 19, and they are located all across the county, all the way from Tijeras all the way out to the west side, and in our Native American communities, and of course there are a bunch in the Albuquerque proper.
Okay, what, no, really, come on, Maggie, you can tell us.
Okay.
Just between us. So I go vote early. What happens to my little vote
Oh.
after I've done that? Where does it go?
That's a good question. What it does is it goes into that tabulator, that
Yeah,
voting
that,
machine.
the thing that eats my ballot.
Right,
Yeah.
and it
gobbler.
stays in there unless and until that box gets too full. If that happens, those poll workers will transfer it to a locked ballot box and put it in a locked storage. All of those things, when early voting ends, the last day of early voting, which will be May 31st for this election, what we do is we move it all back over to our voting machine warehouse.
Yeah.
And then
that's the one I've seen on the news.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And then on election day, that's when we tabulate all of those results,
Right.
and the machine adds it all up, and we give those to you at 7 o'clock on election night.
So if you haven't registered to vote,
Oh.
is it too late to vote in the primary?
Unfortunately for this election, yes, the deadline was May 6th. In New Mexico, it's a 28-day deadline before the election to register to vote. But folks can register and participate in the general election coming up on November 4th. They have plenty of time.
And they should. Now tell us,
Yes.
give us a really good reason why we need to vote.
Well, I mean, I think it, hopefully goes without saying. If you don't vote, you don't have a say in who your elected officials are. We elected officials are making decisions that impact people's daily lives. Maybe not my office as much as some, but all the way from United States Senator down to county assessor is up this year for election. And these people, they impact your property tax, they impact your roads, what you're driving on every day, health care, health insurance. I mean, everything that we deal with day in and day out. So people really, I really think people need to participate in the process and let their voice be heard.
Now, don't shoot the messenger, because Maggie had nothing to do with this. It's a closed primary in the
Right.
fact that only Democrats and Republicans can vote. If you're registered independent, you're out of luck. But you
That's true.
should talk to your legislators and they can fix
But you
that.
can still vote in the general
That's
election.
right.
That's true. And, we do have a lot of folks that tend to come out for the primaries that do want to participate that aren't registered as a Democrat or a Republican. And I do think, there's a lot of talk happening now about maybe trying to change that in New Mexico. A lot of other states have open primaries, but we don't have that here yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not Maggie's fault.
It isn't.
Don't yell at
This
her.
whole system, this whole like
It is-
two-party system. We need another third party that has a really strong
Yeah.
presence. You know?
That's true.
So staffing-wise, As the county clerk, how do you deal with this? What do you do? How do you make sure you got enough people to do what you have to accomplish?
We do a lot of recruitment, and in fact, we're recruiting. You know, you said we only do things during election time, but the truth is, one of the things we do 24/7, 365 is recruiting poll workers. We do a lot of outreach in the community, and so over the 2-year period before an election, we're recruiting folks, and then of course, as we get closer to the election, we do some advertisement, remind folks we take applications online, and then we do a process by which we do some interviews and some skills testing, and then we hire the 800 folks that we need for election day.
Wow.
800.
Yeah.
We thought we needed a lot of people to do this show.
Yeah, it is. It's quite an undertaking, but it's great.
Let's have you back before the general election in November.
I'd love to be. Thank you for having me. It's been great.
Pleasure to
Thank
see you.
Maggie.
Maggie Toulouse Oliver, she is your Bernalillo County clerk. There she is. Bernalillo County Clerk. That's the problem.
Bernalillo County Clerk.
That's it. We'll
Say
be
that
back
3 times fast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. This is great.
Good job.